Oh my god, it's happening. Let's talk about this. So, IGN finally showed us their final preview for the month, and wow, there's some juicy stuff in here, so let's get into what they've got. First of all, they talked about the kind of progression in the game, at least the early game progression. We now know the first order of the 7 monsters in the game. This order is absolutely insane. So first we start with Chatacabra, then Chematrice, Congalala, Lalabarina, Balahara, Doshagoma, and then finally an Uthduna repel quest, not a hunt, a repel quest, meaning I guess we hunt them later. So that's really interesting. IGN then goes to touch on kind of difficulty and how they revisited World after playing Wilds, as they felt Wilds was much easier. They didn't cart at all. And basically they discovered that they'd just gotten significantly better, and that the developers have confirmed that the game is about the same difficulty spike as you would find in World, which I'm happy to hear, because to be honest, World I think was the perfect balance in difficulty until you got to Elytrion Fatalis. I think that was a bit too much for Spike, but I have to say I am very happy to hear that the game is keeping consistent with its difficulty. Now some other stuff they showed kind of secretly in the background. One thing is that Critical Draw can now activate mid-combo for some attacks, which is kind of weird. So things like, I assume, the Longsword Sheath, the draw attack from that now can be activated with Critical Draw, which is a big thing. It means Critical Draw is now an impactful skill on Longsword. They also showed us a ton of gameplay just in general, and talked about how generally they've kind of gotten rid of the irritating quests of, they talked about, you know, going and picking up certain rocks to then deliver in old games where you all had to do it separately in hunts, and now this has been streamlined where you still have some gather quests, but they're much more integrated into the game the way they should be, and I think that's really, really good. Now let's talk about what you all came here for. Yeah, they are Lagiacrus Greaves on that hunter. We have confirmation of Lagiacrus, and that makes me so damn excited. He's the monster I wanted to see. You guys might have seen the video we did a couple days ago where we talked about monsters we want to see in Wilds. Lagiacrus was almost top of my list. I've always wanted to see him back. He's one of my top monsters. If you can't tell, I'm sick, by the way. That's why I sound like I've been smoking cigarettes for about 50 years. But yeah, dude, oh my god, Lagiacrus in the game. I wonder how they're going to handle his swimming, whether they're going to do something like they're doing with Uthduna, where it kind of goes out of bounds to do its swimming and then dives back in. I don't know, man. I'm so excited to see Lagiacrus. I think everyone's so hyped for this monster, and you know, I'd seen things about leaks here and there about him potentially, but I didn't know he'd actually get hard confirmed, and I have a feeling we might see a little bit of footage of him in the new trailer coming on February 4th. February 4th, they're going to confirm a bunch of stuff for us, including what's going to be the rest of the content in the Beta 2, as well as, yes, we are getting a new trailer, which I'm kind of hoping is going to be a reveal for that ice zone we're all speculating is going to be there. Now, some other things IGN spoke about is just how the game generally just feels like the game's been streamlined, but it's not to a detriment, you know, it's really been made optimized in the best way for its gameplay. They've also confirmed that the build that they have played, or the final build, is a lot more stable, a lot more performance friendly, and should run on some better systems, which I'm much happier to hear. I'm really excited to hear that, and this final IGN preview has really got my excitement bursting at the seams for Wilds. I've never been so excited for a game in years, honestly, since maybe Elden Ring. Not even that. Elden Ring didn't even have my hype this way, and I love Elden Ring so much. But this game is just blowing out of the water, and seeing some of these weapons and designs and just the way they're showing the food here is just, everything just looks incredible, and I can't wait to see what else comes, especially next week on February 4th when we get that new trailer. I'm really hoping for that damn ice zone, dude. We've seen that Switch axe. I want to know what monster drops that. Now, they go on to talk about, yeah, here, like, gather quests in old games they just felt, like, tedious in a way, and according to IGN, those have been streamlined now because your hunter's supposed to be this master hunter who's come over to deal with this threat. He's not a new, or he or she is not this new hunter. You are an experienced hunter already, hence why they talked about the weapon designs looking more weathered and old, and kind of more like if you got to the end game with that weapon, it wouldn't look out of place. And that's kind of the story beats they're going for in this, and that just really gets me excited, because I think if they can streamline gather quests to be part of the villages and have some significance in the story, that's going to really make a huge impact on how we feel about those type of quests, because in the past, you don't want to do them. I think you maybe do them once or twice if you need them for an optional, but that's it. And no one wants to see that. Like, we just don't. The last thing I want to touch on is that I'm going to be doing some hunts with you guys in the beta. So if you guys are interested in hunting live with me and Breads, we're going to be doing a whole lot of beta hunting the whole time. So yeah, we are so up for doing some hunts with you guys, and we can't wait because we've absolutely loved every moment of the last beta, and we're excited to do it this time around. Now, I just want to touch on the fact that we got a little bit of info on some other weapon designs, like the Chatacabra weapon designs looked so cool that we saw. That sword and shield you saw at the beginning of the video, oh my god, dude, it's like a big club. It just fits in perfectly. And yeah, I mean, that paired along with the fact we got is it New Udra? Oh, yeah, that's what Black Flame's called, New Udra. That gameplay as well, and the locales just look insane. I can't gush over this game enough, and the fact Lagiacrus has been confirmed to be coming now has just blown my mind, and I can't wait to fight our favourite lightning crocodilian in Wilds. It's really, really exciting, and I don't know if it was a purposeful reveal or not. I'm sure it was a pretty sneaky purposeful reveal, to be honest with you, but we'll have to wait and see what comes on February 4th. Anyway, guys, that's honestly all I'm going to cover from this. If you want to go and watch the rest of the video, IGN on IGN's channel, I'll link it, and you guys can go and watch that, because I don't want to take away too much from, honestly, a really well-made video from IGN, which is rare these days. So, yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys are enjoying the channel so far and the switch-up that I'm doing. Hope I'm providing some helpful content to some people, and I'm excited to see what I can bring you in Wilds. This has been Schmidt. Hopefully Breads will have some time to produce some content soon, because he's been crazy busy, and he's also been trying to avoid some spoilers, so that's why he's not been on the channel as much if anyone's been interested. Alright, well, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like, comment, subscribe, ring that bell, join the 10% of viewers that are subscribed, and I will see you guys in our next video. See you later, in a bit.